Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Jen, and in this video I am making a monster mashup mix-up kind of thing that I got the idea from watching Rebecca over on her channel Cutest Voodoo, which I'll link in the iCard and if I remember down below too. So I'm just trying at the moment to sketch out just to see kind of what I want it to look like. And this is done in Clip Studio with just like a pencil brush, just a normal pencil brush, just to kind of make it easier to sketch with. I like the texture of it. When you zoom in, you can really see like the little marks and stuff. But I'm just experimenting with body shapes and bill shapes or face shapes, whether I want to give them a bill like a flamingo, because most people when they think of flamingo, they think pink, and that bill, you know, they can shovel up stuff and to eat from. But yeah, so I do give him a bill in the end, but it takes a while to get there. So I give him a long neck. I do want the long neck. I'm just not sure what to do with his head at this moment in time. No, I don't like that design. Next. And then try with the long neck again, because I kind of like the way it looked, but not 100%. Yeah, nope. And I thought I'd give him like a seal body, like he's sleeping, or just kind of squished on, like, you know, like when they lay down, you know, like the harp seal, the white thing in the top corner thing, you know, when they're just kind of flumped there. Give them that. Like, it doesn't actually in the end look much like that, but that was my original idea at least. But, you know, so I kind of like the way this looks. Change the angle a bit, which is another handy thing about digital. You can just change things up. And he's kind of got like a seal face at this moment in time, which I don't like, but it is what it is, we'll say. And, but yeah, and then I thought, okay, redo the face a little bit, because I don't really like it. And I kind of want like I said, the beak and the flamingo and stuff. Move the pictures around. Oh, I got the pictures from, was it unsplash.com, and most of them are from there. Some, maybe one or two from are from Pixabay, but I use reference images generally from, we'll say, free quotation marks reference sites, but on the whole I don't copy them, because you're not supposed to. They're reference images, you should just kind of look at them and change them. And sometimes with free, once again, quotation marks, sometimes they're, let's say, stolen images. Not on all of them, but some of them. So you gotta be careful what you use, because sometimes they're maybe not free. They're just kind of been taken away. But yeah, so here I'm trying to think. Okay, he's gotta be on something. And this is my downfall with this. I didn't do a background, and it kind of kills me in the end when I don't do a background. And I thought I'll give him seal feet, because at the moment he just looks like a bird. You know, so I gotta make him look like he's a mixture of the two animals somehow, because it really doesn't work. And then I just go and I redraw what I've just got. Well, go over it to kind of make it more, not noticeable or defined, we'll say. And I do this with traditional stuff too, but with traditional, obviously, you're using an eraser. But like I said, advantage of digital, you could just pick another layer or just delete a layer you don't like and move the image, because I can't see what I'm frickin' doing. And add the bill to it, and a little around the eye, like the white mark on the flamingo. I thought, he looks way too much flamingo-like here, but that's okay. You know, it's supposed to be cute, and it kind of still looks cute, and that's what I wanted to do. The main thing, cute, dwarf, or small. You know, I thought, okay, dwarf is small, so we'll go with small. You know, like you get like dwarf kittens with like the stubby feet or legs and stuff like that, which is cute, but you think, how the hell is that thing gonna get around properly? But the eye, I had a problem with the eye. I was like, do I give it like a cartoony eye, or do I just give it a round eye? Because the cartoony eye kind of course, makes it look a little bit cuter, but I don't do that in the end, just because I didn't like the way it looked once I colored it and stuff. So I changed the angle of the head. It wasn't quite, I didn't want a complete 3/4 view, and in the end, it doesn't even look like that, really. But, so this does change a little bit in the end. I mean, it's roughly the same, but things do change. See, it's not quite, it's just almost a side view. There's no 3/4 view there at all. I kind of messed that up completely. But my goal was to do like a 3/4 view, but it doesn't end up doing that in the end. I just throw that idea out the window. You know, let's just keep it simple and a side view. We'll just do that. So I'm giving him wings at the moment, just kind of roughly hinting that he's got wings, you know, and a floofy tail feather thing, because he's got lots of tail feathers, or a lot of birds have tail feathers. These are a bit longer than the ones in the flamingo, but I gave him 2 because it kind of looks like seal flipper. Well, it doesn't really look like seal flippers in the end, but my idea was 2, like the seal flippers thing. I could have made it more seal flipper like, but I don't. So maybe it's a fail. We don't really know. I think it looks cute in the end. I'm redrawing the feet because they didn't look seal-like. They just look like stubs. And like I said, I struggled with these feet, and it's kind of like, okay, I've got the idea in my head of what I want it to look like, but it just didn't look quite right. And I like the way this one kind of looks, but I don't end up using it. I kind of use it in the end, but I change it so much. But, my fault. So he kind of looks cutish here, and I moved the foot around a lot, which I've got so much footage of that. I'd be glad I edited it out because it was a lot of footage. And I thought, hey, we'll turn the foot around the other way, so he's got like 2 feet, and that just looked way odd. So just give him 2 feet that face the right direction. So inking now. Inking, we'll say it goes better because I got one of those, half glove things, so my hand goes smoother around down the tablet, which is quite handy. I actually didn't think they would work, but they did, or it did. So I thought, hey, it's only like 2 quid, or what was it, 3 quid or something like that for 2 of them, 3 of them, I don't know, but they work. So that's all that matters. Because I was thinking, now they're just, I could just use a cut up winter glove or whatever, but then I cut up my winter gloves, and I kind of need my winter gloves. So I'm just kind of trying to clean it up here, but I don't know why I tried, because I just ended up deleting all of it, and not all of it, just the neck part, so it's a bit more smoother. So I'm adding very, very simple lines to the feathers, just to hint at them, because I don't want, I could ink the whole thing like it's like a comic book style, but I'm trying to find a inked with colored kind of style, which still needs to develop, and I did mention that last time too, I think. Or not with the sky drawing, the one before that, which was the dinosaur, yeah. I know it's like traditional, or just digital work. No, I do traditional. I have a couple things on the go. They're just not finished yet. So, because they're a little bit big, they might take a while. If you hear beeping, it's the stove going off, because John's not baking, he's cooking dinner. So I thought I'd just do this voiceover while he does that. So give him his feet. See, they kind of look okay. So I'm not, like I said, 100% happy with them, but they don't look too bad. It's kind of like they are what they are kind of thing. But now I'm coloring the flats because I'm going to paint them. And so he's just pink. I just picked that pink. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bit too pink. Maybe it could be lighter. I'm not sure. But add a bit of color. I don't, like I said, just a solid colored eye with a bit of shading in the end, because I thought the cartoon eye just kind of didn't work. And add some beige to the bill, which I did just to give it definition. Give him brown to thing. Brown, more brown. Lots of brown. So this is flat colors, which are simple to do. They're not hard to do at all. And then onto shading. And I've picked those 3 colors on the top right looking at the screen just to add some shading. They're different tones of this pink, so it kind of goes together. And add a bit of shading. I do add a bit of black too, because I needed the black to make things stand out a bit more, because it wasn't working. It was still a bit too flat, and I'm just adding very, very rough shading to this just to get an idea of where the shading needs to go. And it kind of works, it kind of doesn't. This is that same brush, and I don't know the name. I don't even think it has a name actually. But that I've used this brush a lot in the past because I really like it, and it's a nice brush. I like the way it blends. And see, adding a bit of black, because I needed to add a bit of black. It just was not working at all. So I had a bit of black to make his belly, stomach, whatever you want to call it, belly I guess, a little bit darker, because it needed to be darker. And now a different purple pinky color, whatever like that, one of the darker ones. And I've lost some footage, so now he's got a bit of shading on his back, legs and stuff, which are a bit dark now compared to the other thing. But that's okay. I do add more bit of shading to it. I wish I still had that footage, but somehow I forgot to read the product. I forgot to record it, or accidentally deleted it. But, it is what it is. And then I would go back and work on the neck and the head with the same colors that I picked on the top left there. And so just like a bit of, can't speak apparently again, just to add a bit of texture to the feather texture, sort of, in theory. It kind of works like it, but doesn't. But then a bit of darker shading to the front flipper, seal, limb, leg, I don't know what to call it, flipper, leg thing. but add a bit of shading to in between the toes, because seals have like fingers, and seals are very, very distantly related to dogs. Like, they broke off thousands, I don't even know how long ago. So it's like when you call, like, you know, a seal a dog of the sea, it's kind of true, because they are related, sort of. Technically, just like a long, long time ago, branched off, and it's a long time ago. Anyway, so this is not quite done, but getting there. Now I am working on the back foot again. No, I'm working on the back, yeah. Adding more feathers, and I just keep going back and forth trying to add texture, because this is like a light color, because I thought I needed highlights, and there's like a light pink color. It doesn't quite show up against the pink that I have there, so I take some white and do that. It's just pure white. You know, it's like they say never use pure white and pure black in a piece. Well, screw that. Do it anyway. You know, it can work, so you know. And then I was just messing with layers to see what it looked like, and I kind of didn't like it, so I got rid of it. Kind of a waste of time, I guess. But then I just thought, okay, actually it was more like I need to finish the rest of it before I mess with the layers. But just add a bit of shading to the beak. You know, and it's just flat colors at the moment, so it needs a bit of shading. So you just take that beige, light beige, yellow color, beige, and just get some different tones from it, and just keep blending and shading it. And that's all I really have to do with that. Don't have to mess with the black, because it's black. Could have, but I didn't. Maybe I should have. But and then just add a bit of gray to the white part of his eye, and then the eye, which, like I said, I just leave very simple. Could have made it cartoony, but I didn't, because I am lazy. But that's okay. You know, it's not that I'm lazy, but I am kind of lazy when it comes to, do things as fast as possible. That's all, you know, easy and fast. That's, you know, get it done. But, so this is finished. It's very simple. There's no background, because I was dumb and didn't sketch a background. I did try to put a background on it, but it didn't quite work. So this is what I end up with, just a plain pink, it looks really more bird-like than anything, but it's cute and it kind of looks tiny, sort of. It looked more tiny if I had a background in it. So note to myself, add backgrounds. And next one, Saturday's video will be, I don't actually know. Depends on if I get something finished or not. So it'll be a big surprise to everybody. So thank you for watching and listening to me ramble as usual. And please come back on Saturday to watch the next video.